Flip TV Plus.
The legal battle to reclaim mandate begins as Atiku and Obi head to Supreme Court after tribunal's judgment. It's another edition of Vice Tundes at Newsstands on Flip TV. Michael Adugule is my name. Beautiful viewers across the globe, we appreciate you for always joining us on this platform. Of course, you know it's your number one online newspaper review program, aired on Flip TV. All right, we have diverse stories on the front pages of these papers, talking about the Daily Trust, The Nation, and the Punch newspaper. Quickly to Daily Trust newspaper. What do we have this morning on the front page of Daily Trust in newspaper? Atiku Obi rejects judgment, head to Supreme Court. Atiku Obi rejects judgment, head to Supreme Court. Let's quickly look at the follow-up stories. Legal battle to reclaim mandate just begins, says ex-vice president, that's Atiku Abubakar. Reasoning, conclusion, unacceptable. Ex-Anambra governor, that's Peter Obi, under the umbrella of the Labour Party. You will face another round of defeat, says APC. That's what APC is telling Atiku and Obi. You will face another round of defeat, says APC. Akpabio, Kogi governor, asked do to accept verdict. Akpabio, that is Senate president. Kogi governor, asked do to accept defeat. All right, we have a tragic story on the front page of this paper. Landslide kills 30 in FCT, 19 kidnapped. Landslide kills 30 in FCT, 19 persons kidnapped. All right, leadership deficits held Nigeria back, says Tinubu. And to the down part of the paper, we have the pictures of Peter Obi and Atiku. Right here, presidential candidates of the People's Democratic Party, Atiku Abubakar, and the Labour Party. Presidential candidate Peter Obi during separate press conference in Abuja and Onitsha yesterday. You can see their pictures on the front page of Daily Trust newspaper. On to the next one, The Nation newspaper. Was The Nation telling us this morning, The Nation speaking to The Nation, the major story on the front page. It reads, Atiku Obi, why we are challenging tribunal verdict. Atiku Obi, why we are challenging tribunal verdict. Don't go to Supreme Court. Bello, Wike, Bruce urge PDP Labour Party candidates. Don't go to Supreme Court. Bello, Wike, Bruce urge PDP Labour candidates. We have Akedolu recuperating in Ibadan on return from vacation. Lagos Assembly drops two Sanwo-Olu's new nominees. We have Nigeria, Australia to partner on training of local miners. Customs stops defaulting banks from revenue collection. Customs stops defaulting banks from revenue collection. Tinubu promises better future with good leadership. Tinubu, as the president, promises better future with good leadership. And the last paper we'll be reading to viewers, the Punch newspaper. Very punchy headline here. Tribunal judgment. APC lampoons Atiku Obi. Opposition attacks INEC. APC lampoons Atiku Obi. Opposition attacks INEC. Judgment devoid of justice, says ex-vice president. Petitioners, legal teams storm court of appeal for judgment certified through copy. And the last story, down the paper, passengers stranded as foreign airlines delay cancel flights at Murtala Mohammed International Airport. We have the pictures on the front page of the Punch newspaper. Thank you so much for joining us on the reviews. We have a reviewer here. Kule, good morning to you. Good morning to you. Oh, can you come, sir? Can you come closer? Come closer. How are you doing, sir?
Good to God.
Yeah. Good to see you this morning. All right. It's no longer a news or a story to us that Ashwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu is now has been declared the winner of the February 25 poll by the tribunal. Your take on this? How did you see the judgment? Was it the best judgment given by the tribunal, despite the fact that we have Obi and Atiku kicking against the judgment?
In my own opinion, though I didn't spend the whole 13 hours listening to the entirety of judgment, but I listened to some of the parts of judgment, maybe some hours intermittently. I listened to some parts of judgment, but I could pick some things out of judgment which I do not agree with. The judgment completely nullified the technical innovations that are brought to the electoral system. The beavers, because according to what INEC chairman told us, according to the guidelines INEC issued,
continue what you say, sir.
According to the guidelines INEC issued, don't forget, INEC, the constitution gave INEC the power to set up its own guideline. So the guideline is a derivative of the constitution. Apart from the electoral act passed by the National Assembly, the constitution gave INEC the power to set up, to come up with some guidelines of how it will conduct the election. That means the guidelines is a derivative of the constitution. It's by virtue of the power the constitution gave to INEC, they were able to come up with those guidelines. And so the guidelines is a product of the constitution. It's derived from the constitution. So whatever the guideline is should be binding on INEC as the rules and regulations by which conduct of the election will be carried out. In which it was stated that beavers will be used for accreditation. I'm calling the INEC chairman now, saying that the beavers will be used for accreditation, will be used to snap the photocopy of the original from ECH polling booth result sheet tabulated, and it will be sent. It will be used to send the same photocopy to the INEC drive, INEC election viewing portal IREV. Meaning that the purpose of the beavers, as was declared by INEC, is meant to serve that purpose, as was contained in their guidelines.
Now that they are kicking against
yes.
Okay, right? Okay.
If INEC is saying that these are what the constitution gave us power to do, come up with our own guidelines of how we conduct the election, and roll out the guidelines, we will deploy beavers for that. These are technical innovations you are bringing to it. As a result of the innovation, as a result of the guidelines, the constitution asks you to come up with. And you didn't follow that guidelines in conducting that election. A constitutional provision, even though it was not especially stated in the constitution, the constitution has given the power come up, by the virtue of the commission giving the power to come up with this guideline, it's a point of the constitution, it's a constitutional matter. So if INEC does not conduct that election according to that guidelines, which the constitution gave this power to come up with, that is the whole exercise is a flop. But to my surprise, the tribunal was silent permanently on those areas.
There are speculation, or they are not even speculation. There are talks that if INEC had conducted the elections well, now there will be no need to go to court.
That's what I'm saying.
And which,
because
INEC is an independent body.
Yes, because I'm even certain the constitutionality of that guidelines, where it originates, where does it, that guideline where it derives its power, where it derives from where it got its power to come into existence. From the constitution of Nigeria that says INEC have been given the power to come with its own guidelines, and the guideline was now contain some items so, and INEC refuses to conduct the election by that guidelines which the constitution gave its power. That means the election conducted by INEC outside the guideline, it should be the guideline avoid. I mean, to my greatest surprise, to my greatest surprise by the tribunal. They were permanently silent. They were telling us that there is nothing like that in the electoral act. What about the constitution that gave INEC the power to come up with those guidelines? And by reason of that guideline, derived from the constitution, those beavers and other things were mentioned, which INEC told us that's for the guideline, which they issued to the party. So that means the tribunal was one-sided.
It was one-sided.
Yes, because they didn't talk about the guideline of INEC. They only talking about electoral act. People are so concerned electoral act. What about the guidelines that INEC issued that contain the beavers and the purpose of beavers, the functionality is there for? It was not mentioned by the tribunal. They were silent on it. They didn't indict INEC that by this guidelines that you roll out, which was the product of the constitution. How come it did not go about this? How come it didn't do this?
Did you in any way expect a rerun?
See,
did you expect a rerun?
The purpose of education is that if I pick a fault in a process, I suppose the court of law, and the court of law should clearly see those faults and educate properly on it. Then I'm telling you, I did this on the 30 hours of the whole thing at the but I did some hours of it. I was coming in, I'm going out until I think minimum I need to do about 6 hours, minimum of 6 hours, of 30 hours. So I was cooking, I'm telling you those things I pick, and I can follow up. So I'm telling you, as far as guideline is concerned, the guideline INEC issued is a product of the constitution. The constitution gives INEC the power to set up those guidelines. And the guideline, INEC stated those things it will comply with.
Of course, the Labour Party presidential candidate Obi said the outcome of the judgment was devoid of justice, and he said he would proceed to the
He has the constitutional power, constitutional right to
do that. Do you support that?
He has the constitutional right. I don't need to advise me. I don't need to dictate to him. It's his choice. If he chooses to go further, go back. I watched him yesterday. I watched Atiku in the news. Atiku said he's going. Obi, the same thing. The point I'm stating my own.
You said it here.
Yes.
You said it. So
the division was wrong not to have condemned and not to have followed their guidelines, but it's a product of constitution. The constitution said either you are empowered to come with your guidelines, and not the guidelines you listed that beavers and covers. That means all technical innovation we brought into the election is declared null and void by the tribunal. You can imagine the tribunal chairman telling us the only method of collection of results is only by manual process. So what saying that the whole process of collecting results from manually is all the same. Whereby you take the record from the polling booth to the collection center and to the doctor. I would say the only lay down procedure for constitution of organization is by manual process.
It could be an electronic means or manual. I get it now. It was stated there, so it wasn't compulsory for it to be transmitted electronically. That's what is stated. I get it. That's what is stated. So you need to get it right. You need to get it right. So what advice would you give to the concerned authorities, in charge of INEC or the federal government, in order for us not to witness such occurrence again?
Hello, sir. In the current political actors, I have no confidence in them. I have no trust or any faith in any of them. I don't believe in them in giving us any transparent electoral system. If I must tell you, we have captors of the state in position of power now. People in position of power, they are captors. The country and the citizens, they are captives under them. The people in power now, they are captured the system. They have pocketed the system. The system is already pocketed. The system is already pocketed. Every set of the country is captured and pocketed by them. I don't believe in them in doing anything. To be telling you that this present people will change the system, the system which the brilliance of power is by decision ourselves.
What we will say is that INEC should live up to expectations. INEC should do the right thing.
INEC will look. If the present operators there, I'm telling you, the current operators there, the beneficiary of the current system will not do that. So why are you be hoping on people that will not? People who develop a corrupt system to come to power, and you're not expecting a change from them. You're wasting your time. It's a waste of time.
That body is an independent body. It's an independent body, and INEC should be able to live up to expectations. Yeah, thank you so much. Your name, sir?
Mr. Olajide.
Mr. Olajide. Hope to see you next time. All right, Kule, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning, viewers. Good morning, everybody. Thank God it's another day. God bless everybody. God bless Nigeria. God bless our president.
All right, the legal battle has started. Obi and Atiku, heading to Supreme Court to counter the judgments of tribunal.
I'll say the second phase of the legal battle is about to start. Because as I'm talking now, they are not yet in Supreme Court. And as it is, what I'm just looking at, Mr. Mike, is the money, that money they are trying to waste, Atiku and Obi, they are trying to waste, right? They should spend it on outreach of the poor people. Me, I can collect that money and turn it around for them, and they will see the money the way the people they abandoned. When Atiku was in power, the Amajeris in Adamawa, a lot of them, they are being starved now. They are in IDP camp. You should use that money to go and, take care of those people. Then Obi should use that money to, you can't tell me they are not suffering people in Anambra. You have all this money, focus money like this, and you are wasting it on fruitless efforts. Fruitless efforts. Because a lot of people don't understand the outcome of that judgment. We've told you we don't want technicality. You could remember, Atiku spent a lot of weeks in America searching for certificates. Obi spent a lot of months searching for drug case against it. Are those ones not, what's it called? Technical. Bring your points. Bring it on the table that you won election. Bring it on the table. Why did Obi not cry loud that he was shortchanged? His vote was shortchanged in Lagos. He won part of Lagos. He won some polling units in Lagos. And he won Lagos, let's do, with close margin. Right? Because there was a solidarity vote for him. But I think that solidarity he has then is losing them. They are fading away from him now. Because they've seen the agenda these are same Obi that were looking at his followers, insulting the number one, man in the judiciary, which was the Chief Justice of the Federation. I've never heard that before. And that is a serious case if they want to label, defamation, if they want to take it up with them. Right? You said the man went to London to go and receive some package of money. And they showed the man on wheelchair in the Abuja hospital taking treatments. Can you imagine how dangerous, how barbaric our youth have turned to now? And Obi is there, and the problem now is he himself. I cannot blame him because they've overwhelmed him with fake news, with propagandas, and that's not what we need. They should go to the Supreme Court. It's the same judgment they will meet.
Many have been reaching out to the oppositions. I'm talking about Obi and Atiku, not to head to the Supreme Court, to fight the case. The likes of Wike, Reno Mokri, State Governor, and other politicians are saying
it's a mockery advice.
But don't you think it is time again to prove that that word of reclaiming their mandates? The stolen mandates.
See, there's no mandate that was stolen. Let me tell you, there's no mandate that was stolen. Atiku won in Osun, right? Why is it not coming out that the election was transparent in so, and the little area that there was fault that was faulty due to INEC, INEC problem they have with the beavers. Is the one they are talking of, and the constitution, election constitution did say that you can transmit results either through electronic wise or manual, and there was glitches when the result this thing was going on, and they switched over to what's it called, manual. Is that what I think Obi is educated? He should be more above that child's play they're playing around. I think it's
You call it a child's
a
play?
child's play. Yes, a child's play.
Someone whose mandate was stolen?
Wait, which mandate was stolen?
That's what he said.
Whose mandate was stolen?
That's what he's claiming.
Number 3 man said his mandate was stolen.
What of the number 2?
Number 2 man, he won the election all around. He won in Kaduna, he won everywhere. And they collect those election results and he saw it, but they didn't remember that being a Fulani man, he has solidarity from his people. And the Kanuri man too, who Shetima is, has a lot of block votes from the Kanuris. And you could see what Shetima told him. Say he will retire Atiku back to Adamawa and he will buy some, cow for him so that he can keep himself busy there. We don't need all this, what's it called, Photoshop, court case. We don't need it any longer.
All right.
You went to appeal courts, and those appeal courts you went to, you never even believe in them. So who did they want to believe in? I'm telling you, if the Supreme Court gave their verdict to, they will now go to international courts of justice. Maybe they will take it there, and that was it. They will now challenge God again. That they want to, that God is not fair to them.
Now, away from that, let's quickly move down to the tragic story we heard, we got in Abuja. 30 persons lost their lives in a landslide in Abuja there, but by the activities of illegal miners. Are you aware of the story?
Yeah.
It was
I was not aware. I have to be truthful. But I've been hearing of these illegal miners all around. Who brought them here? Are they just there on their own? That means they have the power brokers that are packing them up. And those are the power brokers they should go after now. Because those licenses, all of them are just illegal miners. They are illegal. There is Zamfara. They are even in Osun State there. Shekilola gold field. You see how they get there, you won't know. Chinese and this thing. That's why you see our traditional ruler has a big role to play in this. But they are sabotaging us.
Traditional rulers,
yes.
All the state governments,
traditional
state
rulers,
government, federal government.
No.
Okay.
It's their domain. Such thing is happening.
Okay.
Right? It's their land. Such thing is happening.
Okay.
If they have not been bribed, right? They wouldn't allow just such. When you start seeing strengthening in your community. If they did it in Ife, they did it in what's it called, Ijesha. That's Ijesha, where the gold mine is. They are seeing the strangers, and once it was the traditional ruler to swing into action, either meet with the president and see some strange people. I don't know how they, come to be. It's not that, when federal government want to inaugurate a project, they will come down to that state. They will invite the kings, they will invite the leaders, they will invite the political leaders. But suddenly, something didn't happen. You as a king in your domain, you just see strange people mining your. There's collaboration between government and the kings, traditional rulers.
And that of Zamfara calls for serious concern.
Yes, serious one.
We have illegal miners there.
They are just there and they are killing themselves. And they are even not only one, not only two. It's the fights among them that leads to all these bandits coming in. A lot of them, if they go deep down, you could see that these factional miners there, they are against each other. And what they are hiding in that Zamfara. Zamfara is so blessed with a lot of natural resources. They are blessed with it.
In same Abuja, we also gathered that 19 persons were kidnapped, and I think the government of the day needs to seriously stand up against insecurity in Nigeria. 19 were kidnapped in Gwari, same Abuja. Though the FCT minister, Yeson Wike, has called on the director of DSS in Abuja to look into the matter, investigate what's really happening. So, the issue of security in Nigeria, I think it needs to be taken seriously. This is Ashwaju Obola Tinubu in the seat of power. So, what do you expect him to do?
You see, we are talking issue of security in Nigeria, but the one point, the major concerned about me is the issue of security in your federal capital of the country.
Country of the nation.
It's just you're saying the issue of security in American capital, right? Which is Washington. It has never happened. You know, when they had the crisis in Abuja the other time, that there was a break jail. They break what's it called? Break
Kuje prison, right?
Kuje prison, yeah, break, right? And jailbreak in Kuje prison. The American, what did they say? They moved their staffs of the embassy to what? To Lagos, because they assume Lagos as the most safe. And when they did that, I look at it as an insult to the federal capital, an insult to whole Nigeria, right? You have a capital, federal capital of your state, of your country. It's not safe. It's as loose as anything. You know, killing is going on there. Murder is going on there. I mean, a lot of things. Jailbreak is going on there. So what they did, they now left the core staffs that can attend to one or two issues. They left them in Abuja, and they moved all the remaining staff to Lagos. So it asks, we need the questions to ask. And that question is, we ask the successive people that have been, you know, the money they've sunk in that Abuja. Abuja is supposed to have the CCTV camera. Mind you, they swallow it. There was a contract awarded for that CCTV camera.
That was during Jonathan's
administration. I think those are, you see, I can just say I'm getting tired of this country.
What do you think Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu can solve
this
crisis?
It's true with his boldness. If he is not the right wish, it's what we, you know, let him know. It's what we agitate on. That bring all these people to book. Bring them to book. We know them. We know some of their name. I know who started the first turnaround the maintenance of the refinery in this country. That Obasanjo gave that contract to. I know the guy. If they don't, their memory has lost to remember. I know the guy. I'll present the name of the guy to them. That our former president Obasanjo used to start turn around the refinery. That nothing has ever turned around since then. You know, and Asiwaju too. He knows these people because he's been part of them. He's been, you know, he has been good with them. He knows them in and out. Some are his friends.
And I think he should focus more on insecurity in the country. Because whether we like it or not, if stand measures are not taken, it will affect his government.
Then I will call out Matawale. Okay. I will call out Matawale.
Defense.
Because Minister for Defense. You know, we think you should be able to be proactive now. Mr. Matawale, we need your proactiveness in tackling this insecurity, because they will flop up this government. This is your same government. You are a minister. If you don't take time, so swing into action and flush out all those criminals, and you are not strange to them. At least they trouble your state. They trouble your Zamfara. So swing into action and bring them out. And you guys are talking of carrot and stick. When carrot and stick don't work, sit them out, bomb them out, man, so that they won't use their own to affect other, you know, civil obedient Nigeria.
All right, thank you so much, Kunle. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Before I let Michael in, I need to quickly acknowledge our viewers right here that are watching us on the platform. I am saying good morning to Dutchman Pounds. Dutchman Pound is saying it's another beautiful day. We say another beautiful day at the newsstand. We're saying good morning to you, Ugo Ben. Hello, Flip TV. Hello, Ugo Ben. We're saying good morning to you. All is well. Saying, how are you doing, Mr. Michael Adekunle? It's good to see you and all Philippians. Wow, that's a good one. Good to see you as well. John Excel Trust. Obi all is okay. We're saying good morning to you, John Excel. Precious Ikedi, good morning, blessed one. We have Bishop B, good morning. Dele Amedu, Stop and Chop. Wilfred, Muki Great, and others. We're saying good morning to everybody and thanks for joining us today. All right, Michael, good morning to you. How are you doing?
Mike? Very well, thank you. And you?
I'm cool. Good to see you.
Good to see you too, thank you.
All right. It's unacceptable. We can't take the outcome of tribunal will proceed to Supreme Court. This is what Atiku and Obi are saying. What do you think they should do at this point in time? We have politicians reaching out to them, calling them not to proceed to the Supreme Court, not to fight any case again, that it is the end. Now, as a Nigerian and an analyst on this platform, what advice would you give to them?
Thank you, Mike. I think it is their fundamental right to proceed to the final arbiter of judiciary, which the two gladiators that are involved in this matter, the APC and the PDP and the Labour Party, represented by Mr. Peter Obi and Alhaji Atiku. I think it is within their right to so do. I don't have any problem with their decision. It is their right to
challenge the verdict, right?
To pursue what they believe up to the final point, of which they have decided to do. I think it is good for democracy. Mike, because the only alternative to that is anarchy, and we don't want that. So whatever we can do to explore all the judicial processes is welcome. So it is within their rights. It's welcome.
Now, I don't know the advice you would like to give to INEC, because in most cases, when conduct elections in Nigeria, it seems INEC is always the problem. Has always been the problem. What advice would you give to INEC in terms of conducting, elections in Nigeria? If the election was conducted, if it was transparent enough, I don't think the likes of Obi, Atiku, and other parties will go to court. What advice would you give?
You remember that was my position yesterday.
Yeah.
I focused more on INEC, not much on whoever was declared the winner, because I felt that we could have avoided that situation of litigation if things have been properly done by the Independent Electoral Commission, who have been saddled with the responsibility of conducting a free, fair, and a very transparent election, which they fall short of. And I say that with all sense of responsibility. If you look at even the reports of both local and international observers during that period, it stated it very clearly that election falls short of a lot of standards, of which that is my position as well. So if we have gotten it right at that level, some of the issues we are having in the courts, having to subject the entire process into judicial interpretation will have been avoided. And I think that is where we are. How INEC is going to improve, I think a lot of work is in their hands. I also understand some of their constraints, because we must tell ourselves the truth in this country.
Okay.
I wouldn't say conducting a free, fair, transparent election is solely the work of INEC. Don't forget, they are not in charge of security, and sometimes they do have major security issues. So this is supposed to be a collaboration, a collective effort between relevant agencies that are meant to make us have free, fair, and credible elections. Most of the time, we see ballot board being snatched in certain places. An INEC official cannot be running after such individual. It has to be done by the security agencies. And when they fail at that point, everything still comes back to INEC. So it's a collective effort. But the areas that concerns INEC must live up to the expectation of which they have not done in the last election. They promised transmission, which was supposed to be a welcome development at that point, but they came up with technical glitch as an excuse at the end of the day, which I feel is not too healthy for our electoral process. So they must buckle up if they still want Nigerians to believe in this process. if they still want Nigerians not to give up entirely about our electoral process, INEC has a lot of work to do.
The last election that was conducted, that was conducted and faulted by Nigerians, would you say INEC was not well prepared, or what?
Well, I may not be able to speak.
Didn't INEC have enough time to prepare?
Of course they do. Don't forget they released the timetable of that election about a year interval, a year ahead. That was when the timetable for the election came out. So if you have 1 full year, 365 days to prepare for an election, then you cannot come up with an excuse. The technical glitch, I have to refer to that again, that INEC gave during that presidential election. Don't forget that glitch only affected the presidential election records, which for me it is not too good for our nation. Don't tell me that attempts were made to hack it. You should know that your system will be attempted to be hacked. That shouldn't be an issue you'll be putting up to Nigerians, putting up for Nigerians. No, it is unacceptable. You should understand the environment that you have. You know some of the things that has transpired even before now, and you should be prepared that such attempt will be made and put relevant structures in place to ensure that such individual don't succeed. So anything that will make our election not to be seen to be credible, we naturally generate issues and rejections, just the way we have seen it. But if it has been transparent to a large extent, I must put, then even individuals that want to challenge it will be very reluctant, because what you have in the manual record is not different from what was transmitted and all of that. What your agent brings to your collation point is not different. When all those records are showing the same thing, there is nothing to challenge. It will be too clear for anybody to want to challenge.
Now you will face another round of defeats if you head to Supreme Court. That's what APC is telling PDP and Labour Party. It seems that APC is so sure of victory. If at the end of the day, the Supreme Court, Obi and Atiku head to Supreme Court.
I think they've already taken that decision, and APC saying that they will face another round of defeat. That is left for the Supreme Court to determine. APC has every right to boast about the last judgment. Why not? Why not? Why not?
Go on.
Why not? Why not? I mean, if you've gotten judgment, if judgment is in your favor, you have every right to brag about it. So it is welcome. But the opposition also have the right to proceed to the final arbiter, of which they have done, and there should be no cause for alarm.
No cause for alarm. Would you like to say something concerning the landslide that killed 30 persons in Abuja?
That's unfortunate. That's news to me now. I'm not aware even before now. But that's very unfortunate that we're having such natural disaster. I must put it, natural disaster. Though I'm audible, if relevant agency have been on their job, vigilant enough to have probably known when such will occur and put proper preventive measures, and alert probably the concerned resident on time, probably it would have been averted. But by and large, it is unfortunate. We commiserate with the families of those that have been affected.
Don't you think the government or the concerned authorities should start checkmating the activities of illegal miners in the country?
I mean, that is like saying the obvious. You don't tell us illegal miners. These are not ghosts. These are not spirits. For crying out loud. So this is when you hear illegal miners, this is a satanic conspiracy between security agencies the communities involved, the leadership of communities involved, and one or two other agents like that. There is nothing like a illegal. They are not there by default. People must have been aware that activities are going on in such places. Some people are profiteering from such evil ventures. So it is not true that they don't know what is going on. And that is sad.
Thank you so much, Michael. I appreciate you.